Welcome back to week 8, guys. I'm so excited because I can't believe this marks 2 months since I've officially launched my YouTube channel, and I decided I want to give you guys a bonus. I want to give you guys a special session today because I know what you're probably thinking. Kev, you gave us all the terminologies, you gave us the basic knowledge on understanding the charts and taking trades, but what do I trade? How do I trade? Well, this session is going to answer those questions for you. So go ahead, guys, take a second, go get prepared, go get your water, make sure you already use the bathroom, and then come back. I'll answer those questions right. Now that we're back, guys, what I'm going to start it off with is what can you even trade in the Forex market? What can you even get access to? Now, first and foremost, I want you to understand that there are different types of pairs that you can access in the market. The foreign exchange market, what is traded in it? Well, in the Forex market, currency pairs are traded. Currency pairs are basically a combination of two currencies from two different countries. For example, in EUR, USD, the euro is the currency of the Eurozone, and the US dollar is a currency of the USA. However, besides currency pairs, some brokers actually offer indices, cryptocurrencies, precious metals, commodities, and even stock trading opportunities. So let's get into what types of currency pairs are offered, because right now I want to focus more on Forex. Let's look at the major currency pairs. Any currency pair that consists of the US dollar is considered a major currency pair, because the big hitters, the major players in the market mainly is the US. Whenever news happen, whenever anything political happens within the US, it usually affects the whole market. So that's why anything traded along with the US dollar is considered a major pair. When you're looking at a currency pair, for example, the euro versus the US dollar, the first currency that's listed is considered the base currency. The second currency that's listed is considered the quote currency. When you're reading a pair, euro USD, for example, the price of that pair is read as how much of this US dollar does it take to make that 1 euro? In another example of, let's say we're looking at GBP USD. How many US dollars does it take to make 1 GBP? The base currencies are always compared versus the quote currencies. The first currency is the base, the second currency is the quote. When you mix and match currency pairs that are not USD, those are considered cross-currency pairs. For example, the euro versus the Canadian dollar, the euro versus the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen, the Great Britain pound versus the Australian dollar. When you mix match either one of these currencies, these are considered cross pairs. Why? Because they don't include the US dollar. These are a little bit more rare than major currency pairs. Major currency pairs you'll most likely find in just about every broker, whereas the cross currency pairs you won't find each and every one of them in every single broker. Now this is where it gets a little bit more and more rare, where we have the exotic pairs. We call this the exotics. Now these are currency pairs that exist, but not many broker accounts offer the ability to trade these pairs. For example, the US dollar versus the Singapore dollar, the US dollar versus the African rand, right? These pairs you would find very rarely in broker accounts. As I continue to speak about brokers, you're probably thinking somebody I have to speak to, somebody I have to send an email to. No, I know you're probably used to the typical brokers where, let's say, for example, you need to buy a house, so you're going to a real estate broker. I know you're probably thinking your broker is a person. Actually, we look at the broker as the middleman between us and the actual market. You can look at your broker account as a bank. You can deposit money into this account. you can withdraw money from this account. The broker is literally just the middleman between us as the trader and the actual markets. In the past, it wasn't so simple. Before, you had to have a lot of money. You had to get on the phone and actually make these trades over the phone. Now, you have access to these broker accounts from your phone, your laptop, or your tablet, anywhere that you have Wi-Fi. Anywhere you have an internet connection, you can get access to the broker and you can get access to the markets. So now once your account is funded, that's when you can now go on your broker account and take trades, whether you want to buy or sell against or with a currency pair. This is where the research really comes in. What type of trader do you want to be? Do you want to be more of a short-term trader, a more long-term trader, a time-based trader? That all determines what type of broker you'd want to use. When selecting a broker, the main question you'd want to ask is this broker regulated or is it non-regulated? For those of you that don't really know the difference, regulated is pretty much when there's an organization or group that monitors that broker's activity, whether they are truly using your funds for what is meant to be used for, or are they just taking your money and running away. When you're using an unregulated broker, you're taking a risk of putting your money somewhere where it is not safe. Imagine putting your money into a bank and then you wake up the next morning and that money in your bank is gone. What I highly recommend is always use a regulated broker. In the world that we live in today, there are so many online scams that for a new trader, it'll be very difficult for you to really and truly notice which one is good and which one isn't. So the best way to just protect yourself from the beginning is before you sign up to and before you fund any money into a broker account, you need to make sure that account is regulated. Regulated based on whatever country you're in. If you deem this as too difficult or too hard for you, what I would recommend is that maybe you can reach out to me, whether you want to comment on this video or you want to reach out to me directly through email or through Instagram, and I'll tell you what I use. And maybe if you find that that's also a great fit for you, then you can go ahead and use that as well. But remember guys, always do your research. We have literally the world in the palm of our hands. It's as simple as just going on Google and searching a credible source where you can get that type of information on if that broker is a great broker to use or it's not, whether it's regulated or it's not. Remember guys, only use regulated accounts. Now guys, if you have any other questions about this, like I said again, feel free to reach out. Look at the description below. You have my information. You have my email. You can comment on this video. You can also write me on Instagram. Remember guys, I am not a financial advisor. I do not give you financial advice. I don't tell you what trades to take or what investments to go ahead and make. I'm just here to share information. So if you like the information that I'm sharing, please go ahead and forward it to your friends and family. Go share with everyone that you come in contact with that need this information. And let's all learn together, guys, because I'm here to help you learn how to trade so we can now generate multiple sources of an income. But with that said, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Feel just like a rock star.